Kind of played out the way I thought it would. 30-minute pace through just about 6K. Jake did his best to try to stir in a little speed here and then, but then just like a lap and then slow it down. So, which I mean that's smart of him. You can't try to run wheels off of everyone.
Absolutely. Oh, I remember.
When Bobby went to the front, that was a big move, and I mean, you know, once you see all those guys up there, it's like, you know, that's a move that's serious. So tried to fight for a good position and stayed in the top 5 or 6. And then Ritz made that second move like a mile to go. Just me and Ben just kind of couldn't respond and just kind of were in no man's land running together, and kind of repeated last year at the trials, me and Chris. It's disappointing again to be 5th, but you know, I gave him my best effort, and that's all you can do.
You seem to take it out of everybody. Tell us a little about how you responded to that.
I really didn't think it was that bad, especially there was a little breeze going on. I'm sure everybody was doing the same thing the last 2 weeks, wearing long sleeves or going to somewhere in the Midwest to simulate the humidity. And so, I mean, unless you let it get to you mentally, it didn't really affect me that bad. I think it was just, I mean, when you start running 62s after you've been running 72s for so long, it's a shock to the system, and kind of question with a mile to go, am I going to be able to finish? So, it was one hell of a move. And
what did you do to get ready for the heat?
Just wore a lot of long sleeves for all my workouts. Went even down in Sedona, it was 95 on the track one day, and still was wearing a long sleeve. So I felt like I was prepared for that. Usually, I mean, I hate the humidity usually, but really, when I got here, I knew that the heat and humidity training paid off, because I felt like, why was I doing it the last 2 weeks? I don't feel anything. So I was well prepared on that side of things, but just not mentally prepared, but I guess not physically prepared for a super fast last mile.
Go back to the roads?
Well, yeah, this weekend I'm going to be doing the BA 10K. Now that Geber Meskel isn't doing it, I'm actually in the lead, but not by much. It's going to be obviously tough running the 10K tonight. And, I mean, Alan Cabrono was in the race. He won the series last year, and he just kicked my butt at Boulder by like a minute. And so if I'm a minute down going to a half marathon, that's pretty unrealistic. So my goal is, you know, just to be within sight tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Sunday morning, and that way October for the half, like if I just have to make up like 10-15 seconds, that's reasonable, and something that I can try to get super fit and try to do.
And how did you prepare yourself? You said for the humidity, but also how about for the change in pace? You said drop 72, your 64s are going in there.
Yeah, we did a couple workouts like a week and a half ago where I would do 800s, and the first lap would be like 69-70. So even, I mean, end up being even faster than what this pace was going, but something that you figure like as a tactical race pace, and then switching gears and covering it. But doing it for one lap is a lot different than trying to sustain it for, I mean, when Bobby went, we had two miles to go, and I think it was around like 64, 65, something like that when he picked it up. And then with a mile to go, when Ritz took it, it was like 62, 63, and it was just like, yeah, if it was one more lap, then I could do that, but when it's a mile to go, it's like, man, that's tough to do, and you're breathing heavy, and just once that gap is there, it's just so hard to mentally overcome.
Considering, I mean, sure how great those top 3 runners are, but is it still disappointing yourself to not see yourself in that top 3?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, as a competitor, you compete to win and to make teams and all that, and at least improve. So, I mean, it's better that I didn't fall back in position. I was 5th last year, 5th this year, but you always want to improve. I think I might have even been further back time-wise from those guys than I was last year. So that's disappointing, but something that you just gotta get back to work and try to improve.
Haven't you PR'd in 5 and 10 this year, or just the 5?
Just
the 5.
I ran like 2 seconds off in the 5 and like 3 seconds off in the 6.
Oh, really?
So, but both those races, I think, like Stanford, I led a lot. Oxy, I led like the whole thing.
Right.
And so I think, yeah, season overall, I mean, I just did some good things, but as a whole, like when you look back and barely missed the PR, and like I expect to get better every year. And fitness-wise, I really felt like I was, but unfortunately, the results show basically the same as last year.
Is there any thought of a fall marathon, or?
Possible, yeah. I mean, we'll see after Boston how that goes, like how close I am. Like if I have a shot of winning the series, like $100,000, that would be a life changer for me and my wife and my daughter. So that would definitely be a main focus if I were to be close. But the idea of the marathon is really exciting, and I think it's something that I could be good at. I mean, I feel most comfortable when I'm clicking pace after pace after pace. I've gotten better at being able to change paces, but obviously today shows that I'm still not one of the best. So maybe being able to clock off 5-minute miles for 2 hours straight is something I can do and excel at.
In 27:40 and 13:20, you got plenty of speed for the marathon.
So many guys translate well to the marathon, but there's been plenty of guys that are way better than me on the track and then can't run faster than like 2:14 in the marathon. So it's almost like a different sport. So the training is a lot different and all that. But I hope that that's something that I can excel in the future, and I'm excited to give it a try. At least with no world champs next year, I think just about, I'd be surprised if everyone didn't at least consider doing one either this fall, next spring, or next fall. So it'll be exciting to see how things play out.
All right, good luck.